I'm Paul Glover, and welcome to Brooklands Museum Best of British. So on the topic of Best of British, I have to steal the show and say I'm going to talk about my bike here today. And it is British, and it's the latest Speedmaster. In fact, it's a Bonneville, and it was made in Britain. It's got a very modern engine, 1200cc. And cruise control. It's got all the modern features that you would expect, which is far different from the original Bonneville, which was a beautiful but basic engine. I've come here today because it's an ideal one to cruise along the motorways and equally on the back road. So from a point of view of an absolutely beautiful toy, it's one of my favourites, one of 10, I'll have you know. But in this case, it's a Triumph Bonneville. And there's a gentleman just arrived I've got to say hello to. Morning. Good morning, all. I'm Paul.
Paul.
I've just seen you bring the Predator in.
Yes.
Have you had it long?
42 years.
Could you tell us a little bit about it, please?
Let's have a look.
What's your name, sorry?
Gary.
Hello, Gary. Let's have a chat about the Predator, the beautiful Rickman.
Yes.
So I always wanted a CR, which was a very similar model, I guess. But tell us a little about this one. You've had it some time, you say?
I've had it some time and I've modified the hell out of it.
All right.
But it has got a few good English bits on it, like Dimag, AP Lockheed.
Right.
Of course, the frame. Maxton have rebuilt the shocks, so they're a good English company.
Absolutely.
But it unfortunately has got a lot of American tuning parts.
Oh yeah, I can see some braided hoses under the tank.
Oh no,
there.
they're Venhill, so they're...
Oh, they're Venhill, are they?
They're Surrey.
Okay.
So, yeah, we are flying the flag a little bit.
You are. And from a point of view of getting Rickman bits, what's the availability? Or do you just have to cherish it and make sure you don't fall off the side stand?
Cherish it is good.
Yeah.
It's been cherished, you can see.
Yeah, I can. It's immaculate. I mean, for a bike that's, 42 years old?
Yeah, 43 now.
I mean, the fiberglass is known to pave and crack. Is this...
That's the original fiberglass.
That's the original fiberglass on this model.
And they did it properly.
They did it properly. And can I ask, how many miles is on the clock?
Let's have a look. 22,000 for you.
Right. So, high days and holidays.
A lot of them at the red line.
A lot of them at the red line. It must be a beautiful performance. It didn't really change, from a point of view of the design, it made it handle better, didn't it?
It was, at the time, the Japanese wasn't quite up to it.
Yes.
And this is one of the last, sort of the era where an English frame was better than a Japanese frame.
Definitely.
And it's very stable. It's a bit heavy. It's very stable.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's modified to hell, so it stops well, goes well.
Does exactly as it says on the can.
Yeah, and it's not going anywhere, it's mine. And you let it rain on me today, and that's the first time it's seen rain in a long time.
Is it really? Well, listen, can I thank you for bringing it here today,
that's great.
and for taking the time to talk to us about it?
That's really good.
It's a beautiful example, and looks like it's well cherished. Thank you.
It is, thank you.
Eddie, I'm Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Welcome to Brooklands today, and you've brought along a beautiful Vincent.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it, because you seem to have captured a lot of its history on these billboards. But have you had it all this time?
No. I've known the bike since the 1960s, and that's what encouraged me to go sidecar racing, because that's Malcolm Attrell, the creator of this machine.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's the bike there. And he turned up at Fulton Heath Pond one day with this. He used to take the steel body out and put that alley body in, you see, and go racing. Everyone was racing on the cheap in them days, of course.
Yeah, we saw someone recently, a lady called Sheila with a Scott, and her dad was racing that, a two-stroke English bike from that era.
Yeah, absolutely.
And did you passenger or were you?
I had my own bike, and those are results actually where I'm beating the Vincent on my Norton.
Oh, was that right? Oh.
That's the results from races at Brands and Silverstone and places.
So the Vincent you got, was it originally a road bike, or was it always a competition type bike?
No, it was an original. This is a 1947 Vincent Rapide.
Right.
It's been highly tuned by Malcolm Attrell, way beyond lightning standards, but he tuned it to go racing. And he finally got into ill health and parked it up and everything. Yeah. And I always wanted this bike, right from the 1960s. And it became available because I saw it advertised in a magazine for sale. And it wasn't going, and he did have a bit of a reputation, Malcolm, like most sidecar racers.
Yeah.
A likeable rogue was how most people described him.
Yes.
And he did have a bit, and I thought, is that the fast lady or not? Anyway, I finally went round there and saw Betty, his wife, who used to keep it clean like this.
Yes.
Not Malcolm. Betty done all the work, and they used to go. In the end, he built a proper kneeler and everything, and he used to take the kneeler on the back of this with a trailer.
My goodness me.
With his wife in the chair and all the camping gear strapped over it everywhere.
Yeah, I see it's got an Isle of Man logo on there. It didn't actually whiz round the TT course, did it?
Only with me on it. That's
Only
what
with
that
you.
picture is at the front, going over Ballath Bridge. This
Right.
one here, with the wife in the chair. She's a brave lady, wasn't
She's
she?
a brave lady. I have a picture of me going over Ballard Bridge as well on a Ducati,
Yeah.
but you've got a lot more air under you than
and
I
we're-
had.
We're on the way down there. Let
Oh,
me tell you,
my
I made a right mess of that. I might tell you.
You nearly ended up in the pub next door, eh?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
So it's known as the Fast Lady.
Yes.
And is it known in the circles of
It's
Vincent owners? and-
well known in the Vincent Owners Club. A very famous machine. It used to, back in the day, if it went into one of the concourse competition, it often used to win because they weren't worried about standard then. They just used to pick the bike that most people desired. And this won it twice. But nowadays, of course, it's all about having the right rivet and washer and everything.
Yeah.
But it's the only way they can judge them, really.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it won it twice, which is most unusual.
Well,
But that was in Malcolm's hands, of course.
Yes, of
And
course.
Betty, don't forget Betty.
Don't forget Betty. But it looks like you've done a beautiful job maintaining its history, because sometimes it's the enthusiasm of individuals that
Yeah.
are what we love to see at Brooklands, rather than just a concourse bike.
Yes. Well, I've maintained it as best I can, but also bring it up to standard for modern ride, because I've put the disc brakes on it and the modern clutch and the generator and all that stuff. But I've kept the old monoblock carburetors and everything else. I'll try to keep it as Malcolm had it because of its history.
Well, Eddie, thank you very much for bringing it here today and for sharing its story. We're very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. I've
My
enjoyed
pleasure.
it. Thank you very much. I enjoy Brooklyn.